Ripple XRP, we have a new update with the Hsbc partnership between Metaco and Hsbc. This will be very big news. I'm also going to be talking about the fact that Blackrock has been caught lying yet again, and there's a lot of evidence for this that it comes to with regards to FTX, and also Elon Musk has highlighted this to his audience as well. And then I'm going to be looking at the price action for both XRP and XLM coin. All I ask from you are two things, which is to smash that like button and to subscribe to the channel as well. So the first bit of big news that we have is Metaco and Hsbc. So we have over here a tweet saying that Hsbc will be discussing tokenized securities with Metaco on January the 11th, 2024, and he says that all securities will become tokenized, including the coming crypto ETFs, and will trade across the world just like crypto does today. And you can see over here Metaco has published this on their website, and they posted the time that they're going to be showing this episode on. Now I definitely do think that tokenization is going to be big going forward. I think that we are going to be seeing a lot of tokenized assets, and so that includes things like your stocks, ETFs, real estate, and there is a large opportunity when it comes to that. I think by 2028 there is roughly a $400 billion market opportunity globally, and so there is a lot of money coming in there. And not only with that, but tokenization also allows investors to be able to own a proportion of a certain asset instead of buying the whole asset in general. And it also helps a person who is selling the asset, for example when it comes to real estate, because they can therefore release some equity if they are able to sell a proportion of the asset without selling the whole thing. And when it comes to tokenization, it does increase liquidity because of the fact that you are able to open that market to so much more of a wider audience, and therefore you will be able to turn those assets into cash much faster. And perhaps we could also be seeing the tokenization of gold and silver as well. And so you can see here that there is a lot of assets to tokenize, and I believe that it will only grow further. So let's have a look at BlackRock and the FTX case. So it says over here that BlackRock invested big in FTX, and we'll actually have a look at this screenshot to show you the amount that they invested in, and it's roughly around about 420 million between BlackRock, Hsbc and Tiger. So we know that BlackRock played a major role, and prior to crypto, Sam Bankman and Caroline Ellison both worked at Jane Street Capital, and you'll see over here the connection that we have. So when it comes to the ETFs, BlackRock includes Jane Street in its S1 amendment as an authorized participant. So what does an authorized participant means? Well, when it comes to the ETFs, Jane Street will actually have the right to create and redeem shares of an ETF, and you'll see over here on the second screenshot that Jane Street has been allocated as the authorized participants in the plan of distribution. And then it goes on to say that Jamie Dimon said crypto should be shut down a couple of weeks ago, and we saw that clip before saying that if he were government he would shut down crypto, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. So did BlackRock fund Sam Bankman and Ellison to cause this implosion? I definitely think that BlackRock knew exactly what they were doing. It's one of the large asset investment management companies, and they've allocated so much capital into FTX that if they didn't know otherwise, I would be very much surprised. And so that just goes to show that there is evidence of their wrongdoing. We have some news from Watcher Guru saying Sam Bankman-Fried donated $100 million in stolen customer funds to US politicians. Now, when the word donated comes up, that reminds me of giving money to charity for a good cause, right? But in my opinion, when it comes to donated and US politicians, that doesn't really sound right. That sounds more of a bribery. That sounds more of giving money to politicians in order to keep quiet or to keep hush about something. And we have over here today the US government announced that they are dropping 6 charges against Sam Bankman and will not prosecute him for a political campaign finance violation. A lot of people have expressed their anger. If we take a look at the first paragraph as to why they're not going with a second trial, it says that much of the evidence that would be offered in a second trial was already offered in the first trial and can be considered by the court at the defendant's March 2024 sentencing. And so currently so far we have a lot of cover-ups. We have FTX, we have of course Epstein, and we have ETHgate. These are the big ones, and everyone is talking about the fact that Ripple XRP is a scam because the price action isn't moving, when you can see all of this evidence that the institutions are basically doing and how much corruption that there is taking place, and within the SEC as well. Now in terms of these donations, and I'll put that in quotation marks, I very much wonder if this $100 million was refunded or not. I can probably bet 98 to 99% of the fact that it's definitely not refunded, and they've probably used it for investing or other sort of purposes, especially with the fact that we have the election campaign coming just next year. Should the court order for the funds to be returned back? I would think so, but the courts are essentially in on all of this, and so I wouldn't really trust it either way. Now we did have Elon Musk highlighting this post, and I'll just get his tweet up. He didn't actually say anything at all. He basically just noted it. You'll see over here 57 minutes ago that he just put 2 exclamation marks for his audience to see, and yes, this is his real account. Now we have a recent tweet from Stuart adultery, and he talks about the Terraform case, and he says, I have no firm view on the merits of the Terraform case, but here are a couple of thoughts on yesterday's ruling. Number 1, facts matter. Number 2, Judge Rakoff does not criticize, let alone even cite, Judge Torres's Ripple ruling. Number 3, the SEC's forever crypto ground war, fighting token by token in lengthy litigation, is a fool's errand driven by a quest for political power over sound policy. So as we know, the SEC has been coming left, right and center for a lot of cryptocurrencies, and we'll just actually take a look at what they have currently done so far. Now the SEC has filed today about 55 enforcement lawsuits over cryptocurrencies since Gensler took over, and this just goes to show that they are basically abusing their position of power at this point with this many lawsuits that they're taking upon it. Now the good news though for Ripple is the fact that Stuart adultery and Brad Garlinghouse are no longer scared of the SEC. I think that they haven't been scared for a long amount of time now, because we know that the SEC is coming for a lot of cryptocurrencies, and all what we need to do is prove the fact that XRP is not a security, and once we can get that in the bag with the court ruling, then we should be able to conclude all of this matter. So again, Team Ripple, we are doing really well, and I think that we can beat the SEC. So let's have a look at the price action for today. We are currently trading at 0.625, 62 cents for XRP. We are down by 1.38% on the 1-day chart. For the volume, we are down by 23.16%, and we're trading at $1 billion. So you'll see over here in the earlier hours of the morning, we were trading at 0.6229. Now the lowest that we went for the day was 0.6181. For the 7-day chart, we are up by 1.28%, but we are practically down that just for the day. So you'll see over here that ever since that 28th of December, we have pretty much come down from the 65-cent level all of the way to 61 cents. Now we are at 62 cents, but I would like for XRP to hit 63 cents, and then eventually 65 cents would be my next price target. For Stellar XLM coin, we are currently trading at 0.1347. We are up by 2.74% on the 1-day chart. For the volume, we are up by 2.84%, and we are trading at $118.2 million. If we have a look at where we are currently trading in the earlier hours of the morning, we were at the lower end of the 13-cent level, and just a few hours later we hit 0.1305. Now the highest that we actually went to was 0.138, so we were very much close to that 14-cent level, and I think that is pretty much the highest that we've been to for quite some time now. If we have a look at the 1-month chart, you'll see over here how we have been trading. On the 19th, we were below that 12-cent level, so we're getting a nice high over here, and let's see if we're able to hit 14 cents. Guys, if you want daily XRP and XLM coin news, subscribe to the channel and like the video as well.